their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
He'll throw it. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce into your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Running left is Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Foul out of the shotgun. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 24. Has him on the quick hitter. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, let let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Must not have liked what they saw on 4th and 1 there. They're going to take a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Butker knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right up the gut. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Here's the handoff. Has a lane inside the 35. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could.
Touchdown! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders tie this game up. Pass now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. It is Cup left side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage, and you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
From the gun on third down. Buys time, rolling right. That's caught for the first. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Short pass brought in. On the move, past the 40. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Still sticking with the passing game. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll try and throw it here. Able to hit Robinson, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Shotgun now on third down. He's got it. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Robinson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Offense up to the line fast. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a lead just before the end of the third. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line.
It's what they need, I tell no lies. We're still up top, we still can't drop what they not. Yeah. Last day was filled with slaps, I guess gotta run it back. Feel like the way it went down.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Herbert now off the play fake. Brought in right side. And he gets him around 6 there. Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Third and 4 coming up now. Slot man motioned over. Herbert now to throw on third. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
McPherson set to kick off.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. No, we just don't see kick returns. Often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. It kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints have likely locked up the win right there. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
McPherson set to kick off.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They motion Waddle over left. On third down, Herbert. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
This is Robinson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And he's able to get this down to the edge of the red zone. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. All twitched up, they were ready to get it on 3rd and inches, but now a much different situation awaiting them after that false start. It's 3rd and 5 for them after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. Pickup of 0 on the play. That leaves them with 4th and 6. Back to throw, needing a first. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. He throws a bullet to the center of the... Oh, no, they get him yet again! And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no matter the outcome today, partner, I think we can all agree it's been very exciting watching him throw the ball. He's found the end zone 4 times, but he's now given it away 3 times as well.
Yeah, if he were a golfer, his scorecard would be fascinating because a bunch of birdies, but these bogeys and double bogeys he's got to eliminate. It's really been high risk, high reward through the air, and you never want to slow a quarterback down in that production he's found with his aggressiveness, but you've also got to find a way to turn that governor on, take a little less risk, and take care of that football.
Hits him on the out route. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he's stopped. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second down, he takes the option. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Raiders get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Pretty clear case of the QB not finding anything open downfield, just trying to improvise, make something out of nothing. Quarterbacks not known for keeping as good a grip on that ball as the runners, and he's got to punch free pretty easily for the turnover.
Play action now for Herbert. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky didn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we were looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He lets a heater go deep. Middle. Big game downfield. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now, Herbert. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. On the move, headed right. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On second down, Robinson. Broke through the tackle and pushes it up across the 30 before going out. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Handoff now to Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Another carry for Robinson. He's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds a man, right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got one more snap coming up.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs. To throw here on first down.
And they strike for a touchdown on the final play of the game. They didn't need it, but they will take it anyway. The Saints pick it off and